It's that time of month again, guys. Time to compare CEX prices, what's gone up, what's gone down, and what's taken the piss. Welcome to PS2 Mini Games.
PS2 Mini Games.
Hello guys, welcome to PS2 Mini Games. Another CEX price increase/decrease episode, January 2024. Much has changed since December. Obviously, the main thing is the listing of manual or no manual. So not just for PS2, for majority of like older school titles, they now list manual or no manual in the games. I've been reliably informed for like the PS2 side of it. It's just going to be manuals for anything above £100, which wouldn't really make it that much of a difference because I think most of them would have manuals anyway. So it's not going to affect the channel that much. But the thought was nice, and nice of the CEX actually trying a little harder now. We'll get to the manual thing a little later on, because there's one game where having a manual with it costs like twice as not having a manual. It's insulting. We'll get there later. But a couple of things before we get to the heart and soul of this episode. I'm still actually not 100%. I'm near the end of it. I didn't have the flu. I had tonsillitis. Still technically got tonsillitis. My voice is still a little raspy. Sometimes I run out of breath because I'm about to cough, kind of thing. Well, not actually out of breath, you know what I mean. When you know you're about to cough, but you're just trying to force it off. Yeah, so it's been interesting, but my voice is starting to come back to nearly about 100%. I can do most things, but speaking for long conversations is a bit of a struggle. So there might be a little cutting out this time, but Dave's having this editing. Have fun with that one, Dave. But look, the new microphone seems to be quite good. The last episode, the voice came up quite well. Very happy with that. It's a big microphone though, so I can't necessarily stashed on my top or anything like that. So it's currently sitting to the left hand side of me right now, literally off camera. Hopefully the audio is going to be just as good. We shall find out, but I'm very pleased with the results. Obviously, it goes without saying, as of, we are, 6 or 7, well, depending on when this comes out, this probably comes out on Sunday. We're about a week away from Leeds Game Market, looking very forward to it. That and the CEX in Leeds. It's going to be quite a busy day for me, Dan, and Dave. I hope Dave understands that we are always on the move, and by the end of the day, we're going to be fucking shattered. You can tell I'm improving because my laughter's come back, which is always a good sign of anything. But anyway, the main event of this episode, once again, is CEX price changes. Simply put, for the last year or so since I've been collecting, there's always been one game that's always been the most expensive. That would be Rule of Rose, or I'm actually calling it by the right name this time, Rule of Rose. That's always stayed the most expensive game. No longer, apparently. Apparently, Quan, K-U-O-N, Quan, is now the most expensive game to find. At a CEX, that will cost you 580 quid. To put it in context, that has come up when I first started, doing this game collection. It was 300s for Quan. Now it's 580. In the last year or so, it has gone through the absolute roof. You're paying £200 more the last year and a half than you would have been 2 years ago. It's actually fucking insane. So to put it in context, I get the sense that's now going to be the new ones that people struggle to find. Because Rule of Rose has stayed the same kind of price constantly, but Quan has just been going for the roof constantly, and I should have picked up years ago. I've never actually seen a physical copy of it, so it's a very rare game. Bit like Michigan Report from Hell. It's also a rare game I've never seen a copy of. I've seen quite a few copies of Rule of Rose. It seems to be a more common rare game than those two. But that's the crux of it. Rule of Rose basically stay the same price as always. But all the big games, that's the noticeable one that's going to increase. Silent Hill Shattered Memories will slowly keep creeping up. I never owned either version, so if someone could explain to me why the BBFC version is worth more than the PEGI version, that'd be great. It'd be great. There must be something to do with cutscenes and what can be shown and what can't be shown. I'm going to assume one got censored and one didn't. That's probably the case. I could be wrong. I could be very, very wrong. My games, personally, not much price changes, but there are some increases. For instance, bear me a second. There we go. For instance, as you know, Kingsfield 4, that's just been going constantly up. That's not a £135 game. I bought that literally last March, because one of the first episodes of this channel, so in the last year it's gone up by 35%. Yeah. Mathematics, bitch! prove that. I mean, I paid £100 for it. It was £100 at the time. Now it's 135. That is a 35% increase in a year. That is fucking ridiculous. It's a good game. It is a good game, but it really is. On the other side, Dragon Blaze, when I bought this game, it was at 150. I didn't pay full price for it. I got it at a deal. It's like 115 now, so that's dropping through the floor. £35 decrease. It's quite a decrease in about 4 months. So I got it in November. So 4-month decrease. Jesus Christ. I don't really care about the value. I'm curious. I like to see where the market goes. You know what I mean? I mean, usually I would go through each game one by one and talk about the mild increase and decrease in games. But to tell you the truth, they've been so mild this time that it's not really worth going through. Nearly all the games hold the kind of values. What I'm going to basically talk about are games that have gone through the roof or gone down. And shockingly, most of those games are games I don't fucking own. And it's incredibly sad. Pro Evolution Soccer 2014. That's one of the last 2 games ever made for the PS2 with FIFA 14 over here or down there. That's now £60. That's now a £60 game, trying to find that. I've never seen a copy of that yet. It's not a game I want to buy, but I'm going to have to buy. That's now worth more than Project Zero 2. That's criminal. that's criminal in every concept of the word criminality. Yeah, we're now at that point of the year where it's like things like stagnate, because obviously just after Christmas, the price went down horrifically. Things don't come back up. It's kind of holding its ground, so we'll see. Yeah, it's been a weird time being a PS2 collector. It really has. Bearing in mind, I did take some time off, but I took a week off at Christmas. I've gotten a few rare games since, but yeah, the price fluctuations are a bit strange. Grand Theft Auto triple back has gone down to 50 from 65. That makes sense. £65 for that was insulting. I mean, there has been some like mild increases, like the original Castlevania I own it. It's now nearly £50. That was like £40 like 2 months ago, so it's gone up quite recently. But mostly like £50 games are like fluctuating £2 to £3 each, so it's not really that much of a difference. What do I see for the future? What do I believe is going to go through the roof? Obviously, Quan's going to keep going up. I firmly believe that. That's a ridiculously expensive game. Horror games are going to start going through the roof yet again. I think Clock Tower 3's got up to £45. That was like £30 at one point last year. Now it's £45. That's been going up and down like yo-yo for ages, but it's one of those games where you keep an eye on it and you pounce. But there's one game that's gone through the absolute floor in the last year, and it's gone down by over half price, and that would be Demolition Girl. Remember a few months ago I said buy it now. Apparently I was wrong. You should have held off. It's now gone down another £5. To put it in context, at the start of this year when I first started this channel, got on CEX, it was worth £55. Now you'll be paying £28 for it. So it's literally halved in price. That's quite incredible, considering it's like an SOL 505 or SOS, what the hell it's called, game. I haven't played it yet. I do own it, but it's come for the floor ridiculously. Like Persona 3, but Persona 3 obviously get the remake, so I understand that one. But Demolition Girl's just off a cliff, it's gone. I'm curious why that is, but you want to buy it now. But I mentioned it earlier, what's really starting to not so much annoy me, but I find a bit insulting, is the price difference between manual and no manual. You remember about a month and a half ago, I bought a PS2 game called Magna Carta. I got it for like a roulette, and it had no manual. And I toyed about sending it back. I still got it, but I could send it back. I paid £25 then, and without the manual, it's still £25. With the manual now, it is £42. So apparently that manual costs £17 extra for the fucking manual. Taking the piss much? It is. Honestly, how can you justify putting £17 on top of a game just to have the manual included? Is it a rare manual? I don't have a fucking clue. But £17 is taking the piss. A smidgen. Can't breathe.
Deaf man, can't breathe. Oh no. Ooh.
It's small things like that where I'm gonna find out. Apparently, getting the manual, they basically now justifying having the manual and putting a massive increase on it. It's kind of insulting. It really is. Not all games, but I've noticed a couple of like examples of that with the PS2, whereas like the manual apparently gives nearly double the price. Fucking lame. Anyway, that's pretty much like. I'm not going to go like hard into like the small price increases this month, because I don't think it makes a difference. What I wanted to do was talk about what games I want to get next week from the actual gaming market. Games I've been looking for some time. Obviously, goes without saying, one of the big three, right time, right place. I will drop that money. Will I find one next week? I seriously doubt it. But depending how much money I have, I don't know if I'll be able to. But one game I really want is the second Castlevania. It's like 90 quid now. I think is it Dawn of Sorrow? I've forgotten off the top of my head. I'm sorry, guys. Memory's dying. Scratch that. I just realised the Castlevania 2. I think it's Curse of Shadows or Curse of Darkness. What the fuck it's called. I would like to get that sooner rather than later. Obviously, Project Zero 3 I would like to get. I think I've got the first two. I need the third one. That's also like an £80 game, I think, roughly. Then there's some like weird games, like, it might sound stupid, Krabby Adventure. It's like a £50 game where you're like a crab. That's kind of like niche crap, but I would like to have that sooner rather than later, because I get the sense it might go for the roof. You know what I mean? Then you get like all you like Japanese RPGs and like your horror games that are always sort of. Then you got like the weird, obscure crap, like Mambo. An elephant called Mambo. Hopefully Dave splices some kind of like picture of that shit on this, but I've got to find that game. I've never seen it before in my life. Oh, Gregory Horror Show. Gregory Horror like picture show. PS2 game. That's been going on quite strongly. I need to find out sooner rather than later. But there's like other games that I don't really want to get sooner rather than later, but if they're there, I'll take them. Dragon Guard 2 seems to be going for the price up recently. Thinkless World, which looks like some kind of kid's nightmare. That's a rare game I'm hoping to find sooner rather than later. But then you got like the cheaper, obscure stuff that I haven't seen yet. Like is it Fire SOS? Like Firefighter SOS, I think it's called. I could be wrong. That's like £20 game. But obviously Platinums. Since Dan has decided to lay down the challenge again of doing a Platinum year, obviously I'm going to try and do it with him because I'm already close to halfway. By the way, I had a viewer. Or say, I don't know if he views his channel, but he's also part of like the PS2 like chat on Facebook. He gave me his detailed list of Platinums, and it's the most detailed list I've ever seen. And we're of the opinion that there are certain Australian power releases that we don't think ever actually got released. We can't prove this, but a friend who's literally been collecting for years cannot find them anywhere, especially Australia. Broke out the Australian accent for no reason, the fucking drongo. Oh, God. Oh, I'm going to piss off at least 3 people, including Aura. I'm sorry, Aura. But obviously I would love the weird-ass shit, like Mr. Mosquito. I ain't got a clue what that game's about, but it's worth 40 quid apparently. I ain't got it, so it's like, yeah. If I find Mr. Mosquito, I'm all over it, like Fat Man on Cake. Sorry. I'm going to wait for Coraline, because Coraline went for the roof for Halloween. It's going to come down. I'm not paying £45 for Coraline. It's an awesome film, by the way, but the game, not paying it. Not paying £45 for Coraline. I have some slight standards. Only slight, but they are there. But obviously, going around, obviously I did mention Dave's coming with me, so Dave might pick up some stuff or just cover the adventure, the trip, I don't know. I've never been to Leeds, I don't think Dave has either. I'm almost certain Dan hasn't either. So we're going to enjoy the hell of it. Jesus Christ. My voice is starting to fail again. We might have to cut the show there, guys, because I'm starting to feel awful. Right, so hopefully by next week I'll be fully recovered. This tonsillitis is really starting to overstay its welcome big time. No, one more thing. Apparently you would pay $250 for that, the CEX boxed. Fuck off. I'm taking the piss. Honestly, guys, if you want to like get a boxed console for a reasonably good price, go on eBay. You can probably get a boxed normal version for like 60 to 70 quid in reasonably good condition. Honestly, do that because CEX prices for PS2s are insulting. Really insulting. I like CEX, but paying 3 figures or close to high like 80, 90 pound for like a PS2 where you can buy it online for like 40 quid. Yeah, no, we're not doing that. we're not doing that. But you get 2 years guarantee. I don't care. I think I'm risking it for a biscuit. We're paying 40 quid. One last thing before we end it. So I mentioned multiple times last year that I will have to move out of this property for a little while as we're doing improvements. That day is coming sooner than I realised. So basically, I think over the next 2 to 3 months I'll be moving to a new building. So basically we're not upgrading. We're basically taking care of a lot of things that needs done in this property, and we're upgrading a couple of things at the same time. It's going to take quite a few months to do so. So we've got we've got a second property we're going to move into for like months. I'll be there for months. It is a smaller property, so I've got to take all this with me. That's shit. So that moving week, I probably won't have an episode. I'll tell you online when I'm moving, but it'll be temporary. We move back, and we'll be back probably in this room again. So for like the setup for like those months, I don't know what I'm going to do. Obviously, I have like a background like this, but the chance of me having all my games on display are probably minimal because we just don't have the room. See, you can't get £10. This is a metaphor. I'm not talking about this. You can't get £10 of crap on a £5 bag. You know what I mean? So we'll see how it is. But I might have to combine 2 rooms with the one. We'll see. But I'm probably going to keep like this background with like the majority of games. Because obviously, as some of you know, I've got more games on the side here. I just can't get them all on one site. If we like scroll, actually I won't scroll. We'll just leave it there for a moment because sorting something out over there at the moment. It doesn't look that great. Anyway, we're into there, guys. Yeah, we're into there. Jesus, I'm struggling now. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Honestly, my voice is not usually like this. I'm not usually this lethargic. I'm just trying to get an episode out there because I did want to talk about this and I did want to talk about next week. Channel is doing phenomenally well still. Thank you for those who subscribed last month. Apparently you were all real, so I appreciate that. I was a bit nervous. I thought there'd be some like botting action in there, but apparently no, everyone's real. I'm now learning how YouTube like works, how like it's like subscriptions doesn't add the views, like kind of thing. It's just what people want to watch, that kind of stuff. I'm learning how YouTube works now. It took me a year to roughly grasp it, but I'm understanding it now. I still don't understand what draws people in most for views. I'm still confused by that, but we'll get there. Anyway, thank you for watching, guys. Please have a good day. Have fun editing this day because it could be a piss for you. I'll see you guys later. Bye.